Guys, I'll be honest. I really kind of like this deck. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit yourplaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. I hope you guys are doing exceptionally well today. Guys, we got a fun one. This is brought to you by MTG Jeff over on Aetherhub, who I did not see had a channel, but a fantastic deck builder, obviously, and something that I wanted to look at because this is a bit of a reimagining of the old Fynn Deathtouch decks. So first and foremost, MTG Jeff, thank you so much for sharing this list. Thought it would be a really fun one to try, and I think we'll have some fun with it. So obviously, like I said, this is a reimagining of the Fynn decks. So this is the Deathtouch style deck where we are just trying to get them to 10 poison counters as quickly as possible. With that in mind, we've got some of these 1/1 Deathtouchers, the Fang, the Blightblade here, and then we jump into our 2-drops. So we do have the Needlethorn Drake, we have the Fynn, obviously, and an important new include here is that Kappa Tech-Wrecker. This is a 1/3 for 2 with ninjutsu of 2, which is really interesting because you can get in there, get in for the attack, and then if the opponent happens to have an artifact or an enchantment on the battlefield, you can use this to go ahead and just exile that right away, which is really good right now. We know there are a lot of enchantments in the meta, a lot of artifacts in the meta, things like that, and so it's really nice to be able to kind of get those off the field as quickly as we can. Now, to help us kind of kill some stuff off, we've got Master's Rebuke as well as Devouring Tendrils. Both of these gonna deal R damage to another creature or planeswalker, depending on how we do it. And if it's a creature, no matter how much damage we do to it, as long as it's not indestructible, any of our creatures can actually kill them off because of that Deathtouch. So it's a really nice little trick that we've got up our sleeve. We do have a 1 of Tamiyo's Safekeeping, just as a way to kind of keep stuff around, give indestructible and hexproof, to something, and then gain a couple life. We do have a few interactive pieces, that Jwari Disruption as well as Fading Hope and Spell Pierce here, just for a little bit of a kind of semi-removal package, or at least a tempo package that can kind of slow the opponent down. We do have the Instrument of Bards as well, a nice little include. A little bit slow, but this does guarantee that, you know, if we can get it to 2 as an example, we can search out a Fang, or a Fynn, get that treasure token off of this as well, and then be able to play this out and really solidify the game plan. If we go all the way up to 4, though, we actually have Toski and Saryth, both of which are phenomenal creatures in this list. Obviously, Deathtouch de-incentivizes blocking for the opponent, and so getting in for just a couple points of damage can refill our hand, and then hopefully we can kind of spiral or snowball from there. And then that Saryth, obviously, just giving hexproof to things as things are untapped, and then anything tapped obviously gets Deathtouch, which includes that Toski. So this is kind of a nice little combo package. One thing I do want to check out, we have got 20 lands plus the Jwari Disruption, which is pretty low, but again, guys, keep in mind, we mostly top out at 2. If we can get 2 lands, we're in good shape. Obviously 4 is better, but we've got a lot of stuff we can do there. We do have 2 of the Boseiju, that's the one, and then Otawara, yeah, that one, and then we do have a Lair of the Hydra as well, which again, in combination with Saryth, giving it Deathtouch is obviously just kind of nice. But all that to say, again, MTG Jeff, thank you so much for sharing this list. I'm really excited to try this one out, guys. It should be a really fun time. Let's go ahead, let's jump into the games, let's see how we do. All right, guys, here we are for our first game, and this is actually a very, very good start. So we've got the Fynn, we've even got the 2 1-drops here, and that Fading Hope. This is a pretty easy keep. I think we just lead on a Fang, and then next turn we can drop the Fynn off of this, and then follow that up with the Dreamroot Cascade, which will allow us that Fading Hope. And this is perfect because I really doubt they're going to want to block the Fang here with this. Now, they might, but I kind of doubt it. Something to keep in mind here, this is going to be a tempo style deck if I had to guess, and so we need to be as quick as we possibly can with this list. Any Fading Hopes, things like that are really going to slow us down, and we fully expect that they're going to have those. Now, very nice that they get to play this out, because that just means they're down to 1 mana this turn, and that's not that exciting. So we should be able to get somewhere with this. I'm very interested. They do already have 2 poison counters, which is great. There's another Fynn. All right. So, I mean, we can be aggressive if we would like. We don't really have to be, but we certainly could. I think we attack first, and we'll see what they do. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. And that's really good for us. We can actually start pinging off some of their stuff here, which is really nice. Yeah. So we're gonna get 2 poison counters here. That's really good. And then I do think we just play this out. I think, again, we need to go as wide as we can, as quickly as we can here. What this allows us to do next turn is play the Blightblade and then still have that Devouring Tendrils. And there we go, guys. We got the immediate win. That was about as quick as we could have hoped for. Absolutely perfect. MTG Jeff, ooh, that was sick. All right, let's jump into game 2. All right, guys, here we are for game number 2. And again, this is a pretty good start. We've got 3 lands available to us, as well as that Needlethorn Drake. This is pretty solid. We can leave up that Master's Rebuke on turn 2, most likely. Let's go ahead and do that. A little bit tricky drawing both of these legendary lands. We obviously can't use both. I mean, we can, but there's a bit of a trick to the way you have to go about it, which is a little annoying, but we will do the best we can here. Ooh, voice crack. Did you guys hear that? That was terrible. Okay. All right, so we're going to try and play a little bit tricksy here. So they're going to block. Then what we're able to do is go ahead and do this, which is interesting. I know it's not necessarily the best play, but it basically just kills that without killing our own Fang, which I think is important. I'm curious to see what they're doing, though. Playing this, that's very interesting. This is actually fine for us because we can just Fading Hope this and get it out of here, and then they've got basically nothing. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we do want that. We've got the Maul, so or to contend with here, so I think that that's probably worth it. Or I guess, we can just do this. Didn't really think about that. We could just kill it. Okay, that's fine. Still, though, I actually think that Kappa Tech-Wrecker is still going to be quite good for us because if they have 1 Maul, chances are they've got more, and I'd rather be able to just preemptively have an answer for it. And so I think that that's still pretty good. There's that Fireblade Charger again. Kind of expected it. That's fine. They've got a Rune of Speed. Interesting. Okay. And a Portable Hole. Very good. Very, very good. Again, a little annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's see. I think we'll play out the Drake. And we'll see how they want to do this, but again, I kind of want to save that Kappa Tech-Wrecker because I don't just want to lose it. That having Double Strike is quite good, but again, we've got answers, so they're going to get a big hit in here, but we should actually be able to... Wow, they're not that big of a hit. Okay. This has double... Oh, no, it does not. I'm dumb. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and just get that out of there. And then I'm not going to attack, I think. We'll wait. I'm going to try and remain a little bit on backup because, again, they can equip this up and deal quite a bit of damage to us. If we need to, we can just block there and kill it, though. And then they're down to basically nothing in hand. Okay, they did have a Foretell card. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, they did not attack. That's really good for us. So let's go ahead and throw Toski out here. This is just a nice little indestructible threat that they're not going to be able to deal with. And then, of course, we get to draw off of that. So I think that this is the correct play. Enters the battlefield, return target permanent card. Okay, very cool. Curious to see what it is they get. It could just be this core Blade Master. Yep, makes sense. It does hit the battlefield immediately, which is really good. But again, we actually can just block this, so I'm not really all that worried about it. Yeah, this is fine. No attacks? All right, didn't think so. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, so how do we want to do this? We do have to attack here. That is pretty important. Let's go ahead and do that. We could attack with the Lair, but I actually don't think we do. They can obviously block here, that's fine. Okay. That's an interesting way of doing it, but that's fine. So that kills all that. We could just play another Toski, which I'm not in disagreement for. The other option is just to throw this out, and I guess Toski. But I think we just throw that, and I'm a little worried about any like other enchantments they might have, that kind of thing. I think we do play the other Toski. We'll see if this actually pans out. What this allows us to do is just freely block. They can kill this Kappa Tech-Wrecker if they'd like, but that's a brick for them, which is great. They do get an equipment here. And basically what they're trying to do is just build up and up on this Fireblade Charger until they can just, I guess, hit us for a big amount of damage. Which makes sense. We've got answers in our deck, though, to kill things. Oh, they have Pacifism. Okay. Yeah. That's really good. It's really, really good. We do go ahead and play the land here. X can equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we just go for this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just 5. There we go. All right. And then obviously both of these do have to attack here. I mean, eventually they're gonna have to block, you know? They can kill the land now, which I think they are going to, but we get to draw a card here, which is nice. They're gonna go ahead and kill the land, but the important thing is this devalues a lot of what they're doing, which is really good. Okay. I think we just go for the big. Why did that just... I wanted to... Oh, duh, they killed it. Over here like, why couldn't we Lair of the Hydra? Duh. There was no Lair of the Hydra. Okay. Cool, so we've got Spell Pierce here. It's not gonna do that much. But it does slow them down potentially. I don't know. This is pretty much a dead card, but basically we're at a point now where we're gonna hopefully be drawing enough cards each turn to kind of get this going. And then this can actually just kill something here. Potentially the Pacifism, potentially the Portable Hold just to get another Deathtoucher. Anything we can draw an extra card on is going to be obviously very important. Opponent deciding what to do here. They have one unknown card. It could be another Pacifism, which would shut down the Wrecker, which is annoying, but in this case, it looks like that is not going to happen. And there we go, guys. We are 2 for 2. Let's see if we can go undefeated with this list. So far, so good. All right, guys, here we are for our third game, potentially our last, although these are going fairly quickly. This is a bit of a rough hand, but I'm going to try it. We're going to see if we can do it. Guys, I'll be honest. I really kind of like this deck. I think this is really good. All right. Perfect. So let's go ahead and throw a Fang out. We'll decide on that Jwari Disruption. I'm not sure if we'll need it or not. Probably will, but we'll see. There's a Thermo Alchemist. That's definitely an interesting card. Let's do this. Let's attack. Yeah. I'm gonna leave up that Disruption. We'll see what they've got. Very curious here, because this could be a very interesting turn. So they ping us for 1. What do they play, though? Play with fire. So we can just Fading Hope our own thing, which I kind of like. I'm gonna do that. If they've got another Play with Fire or something, that's fine, because then we're basically what we're trying to do is devalue all of their removal, because, and we definitely want land. We've got a heck of a hand for that. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Very protection-based hand, for sure, but I think that that's okay. Let's go ahead and play the Fang. And again, I think we just leave up the Jwari Disruption. They're gonna ping us for 1. So we do kind of have we have incentive to kind of get a move on here, but I think that this is kind of okay the way it is. So they're gonna transform the Visionary. Go ahead and resolve all this. I mean, we're taking a lot of damage. There's no doubt about that. The question is, do we give up our 4th land drop? They have another play with fire. Okay. Man, they have just got all the burn. I think we just let that... I mean, we can't really do that much about it, so I think we just let it do its thing. I'm gonna choose to keep this as the land drop. That might be a bad play, but we'll see. There's a Fynn. So I think we play this, and then I think we just play the Fynn. And at this point, we're just kind of hoping for the best. They've drawn a lot of cards here. I say a lot. They've drawn a handful of cards, but they've had so much burn already. Like, they've had double play with fire, which is rough. They've got tons of, like, ping off of this Thermo Alchemist, which is very annoying. This Saryth would be such a killer card for us at the moment. A Needlethorn Drake would not go amiss. Being able to block this would be very helpful. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I assume they're going to kill Fynn. Yeah. Yep. Get that out of there. That's very fair. But again, this isn't like at its best right now because we can just block it. Yeah, so they're not going to attack. That's important. All right, so how do we want to do this? Saryth is very good. Toski is indestructible. I think it's Toski. We also just have multiple Toskis, so even if somehow they kill this, we've got potential answers. I think we also attack in here. This may be a bit of an aggressive play, but we're only dealing 1 damage, and crucially, we get to draw a card if they let that through, so I think that that's pretty important. Tamiya's safekeeping. Probably not gonna be... I mean, it's not bad because it'll fizzle a burn spell, I guess, but it's not at its best here. If we do draw another green source, what we can do is just play Saryth plus leaving up that safekeeping, which is pretty good, but I think they're just gonna outpace us here on the burn side of things. They just have so much. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I can't do anything about it, you know what I mean? Like, they just kind of have it, so I gotta give it to it. Give it to them. We do get to just free block this, though, with the Toski, which is nice. There's a Delver. Man, they are just racking up the damage on this Mystic. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. 9 damage off of this 1 card. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is useless to attack with. I mean, it can't block, to be fair, but, like, that is brutal, man. So they basically have this, right? Like, there's not a lot we can do about it. Yeah. Toski has to attack. We could have played the Saryth here, but it isn't gonna matter. I mean, this plus these Delvers, if they just have any spell off the top of their deck and they win. Essentially at this point. You're just gonna block here, that's fine. Maybe not. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. We should have played the Saryth first, but I just don't think it's gonna matter. They can, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede, guys. Let's jump into 1. I might let it go. We're a little tight on time today on recording, guys, so I'm very sorry, but let's go ahead and jump into the wrap up on this. All right, again, just want to say two things. One, MTG Jeff, thank you so much for putting this deck together. It was a fun one. I really liked it. Also, second, I know we're a little short on time today, so I apologize that this is a bit of a shorter video, but we did still get 3 games in, and got 2 of them as wins. I think we did fairly well with this list. We definitely could have played a little cleaner with the last turn of that 3rd game. However, I think everything up until that point was perfectly fine. I think we could have played the Saryth, but I don't think it would have mattered at that point, guys. We were pretty much dead. Regardless, though, this is a very fun reimagining or reconstruction of the Fynn Deathtouch deck, and I really like that. Fynn Deathtouch has been around since Kaldheim, as far as I can remember, at least. And so it's been around for a while, but it's kind of lost its popularity due to just other aggressive decks kind of being out there. And it's very easy to deal with. I mean, you meet Hook Massacre and you kind of just take the win. All that to say, though, it did fairly well. I think it could use a bit, I don't know what it needs, but I do think it could use a bit more retooling to get it where it needs to be. Regardless, though, it did okay. I'm pretty happy with it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, Jeff, thank you so much for sharing this list over on Aetherhub, and thank you guys for watching this this episode of our standard gameplay series. If you would like, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. It really would mean a lot. It helps support us. It's a free thing to do, but you are also entered to win all future giveaways that we will be doing, and we actually just wrapped one up like this past week, so it's been really fun with those. But all that to say, guys, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again very soon.